You know the sound, the crack of the shot, followed by nothing. No satisfying shatter, just the quiet sound of your confidence hitting the floor. If you've ever had a day at the range where it feels like you couldn't hit the broadside of a barn, you need to pay close attention. That frustrating moment isn't random bad luck. It's a repeatable breakdown happening before the trigger even moves, and most shooters never realize it. One round, you smoke the target, the next 3 you miss clean, and it feels like your skill just vanished. This shooter's problem isn't his reflexes or timing, it's not even his aim. His problem, and likely your problem, is something happening a full half second before he even thinks about pulling the trigger. It's one fundamental flaw, and it sabotages the entire shot. But here's the good news. It is completely fixable. In fact, by the end of this video, you're going to see this same shooter transform his accuracy. We're going to fix the single most critical mistake that almost every shotgunner makes, and it's the fastest way to dramatically improve your own shooting. That one thing? Your inconsistent cheek weld. If you want more content like this that actually helps you improve, make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications. It will help me to bring more informative content. Let's get started. The why, the foundation of every shot. So, what's the big deal with a cheek weld, and why is it key to consistency? A shotgun is pointed, not aimed, and your dominant eye is the rear sight. Imagine trying to shoot a rifle if the rear sight was wobbly. You'd never be consistent. That's what happens when your cheek weld is off. If your eye is a 1/4 inch higher on one shot and a 1/2 inch to the left on the next, your hits will feel completely random. This is a foundational error that causes a chain reaction of other problems. It makes you second-guess your instincts and forces you to look at your barrel instead of the target. A huge mistake. It destroys your natural ability to point. A proper, solid, and repeatable cheek weld does 2 things. First, it puts your eye in the exact same spot for every shot, giving you a consistent sight picture. Second, it physically locks your head to the gun, which is a massive help in managing recoil. A tight cheek weld turns a sharp punch into a manageable shove, giving you better control for faster follow-up shots. Without it, you're not just missing, you're getting beat up by your gun. Diagnosing a bad mount. An inconsistent cheek weld is a symptom of a bad gun mount, resulting in a floating head and a missed target. The most common mistake is bringing the gun to your shoulder first, then dropping your head down to meet the stock. This is an inefficient move that forces you to hunt for a good spot, and your head will land differently every time. Another classic mistake is peeking, lifting your head off the stock the instant you pull the trigger. We do it to see the result, but in that split second, you destroy your alignment, and the shot almost always goes high. If your form was right, you wouldn't need to lift your head to see the hit. Finally, pay attention to your neck. Craning it forward or tilting your head at a weird angle creates tension and instability. These are compensations for a mount that isn't bringing the gun to you. The goal is a natural, relaxed head position while you bring the gun to your face, not the other way around. A sore neck after shooting is a huge red flag. The fix: building a perfect, repeatable weld. All right, let's build the solution. We're going to build a new mount based on one rule: bring the gun to your face first, then to your shoulder. With an unloaded shotgun, stand comfortably, forget about your shoulder pocket, and think only about your cheekbone. The motion is a smooth push-pull. Your front hand pushes the foreign toward the target while your trigger hand lifts the stock upward. The most important part, the stock comes up and finds its home right under your cheekbone. Actively bring the gun's comb to your face while your head stays still and upright. Once you feel that solid wood-to-bone connection, Then finish by rolling the butt of the stock into your shoulder pocket. The feeling should be firm pressure, not a death grip. When you nail it, the gun feels like part of your body, and your eye looks straight down the rib without you having to dip or crane your head. Now, for the most effective drill to build this muscle memory, the eyes closed mount. Stand before a mirror and pick a spot on the wall. Close your eyes. Take a breath and perform the mount we just discussed. Bring the gun up. Feel the comb connect with your cheek and settle it into your shoulder. Do it smoothly. Hold it and be honest. Does it feel solid? Now, open your eyes. If you're looking straight down the rib at your spot, you just did a perfect mount. If you're staring at the ceiling or the side of the barrel, that's your feedback. Lower the gun, close your eyes, and do it again. Practice this 10 to 15 times a day. It's the most important practice you can do to train your body to mount the gun by instinct, building muscle memory so your brain can focus 100% on the target. The transformation. Let's go back to the range. We've taken our shooter, broken down his old mount, and drilled him on bringing the stock to his cheek first. Look at the difference. The movement is clean and efficient. His head is still. The gun rises to meet his face, not the other way around. He's no longer fighting his equipment. He's working with it. By building that consistent anchor point for his eye, he's eliminated the guesswork. He's now free to watch the target. A perfect cheek weld frees up your brain's ability to track a moving object. When you trust your mount, you stop aiming and staring at the bead. Your focus stays entirely on the target, letting your instincts and hands move the barrel. This is when the magic happens. The shot becomes a pure, reflexive action built on a foundation of practice. Suddenly, targets seem to move slower. That frustration from the beginning? Every shooter has been there. But the solution isn't a new gun or different shells. The solution is to master the single most important fundamental. Your cheek weld isn't just a tip. It's the foundation for everything. It's the one habit that makes every shot repeatable. Practice that eyes closed mount until it becomes automatic. Feel the connection between your face and the stock and make it the same every time. If you do that, you'll build a foundation of consistency that will make you a better shooter for life. The confidence from knowing the gun will shoot where you look is priceless. If this was helpful, hit that subscribe button. We're all about breaking down the skills you need to become a better shooter, one fundamental at a time. Now, go practice that mount.